welcome to today's episode of Kandid Kaiya. Today, I am here with graduating senior and SGA president of Spelman College, Imani. Stay tuned. She's going to tell us about her HBCU experience. So hello, Imani.
Hello.
Thank you so much for coming on today's episode.
Of course.
Can you tell everyone just a little bit about yourself?
Okay. Hello, my name is Imani Dixon. I am a graduating senior economics major, accounting minor from Charlotte, North Carolina. And I attend Spelman College, or soon to be not attending.
Right.
I am transitioning, actually moving to New York post-graduation to work for JP Chase. And I hope to one day be more in like the Capitol Hill scene, if you will. So I want to influence public policy. I'm thinking about law, so I'm still kind of in the air about grad school, but as of right now, it's like master's in public policy, something along those lines. But that's what I'm doing like immediately after.
So she's got something to do. That's great.
Right.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. All right. So Imani, let's start today's topic. So tell everyone what an HBCU is and why you chose an HBCU over a predominantly white institution.
So for those of you who do not know what an HBCU is, this is not Webster verified, but it is a historically black college or university. And that doesn't mean that all of the students are black. It just means that it was founded to educate former enslaved people or just, black people in general, whether that was, immediately post-slavery or not. It was founded specifically to educate a group of, of course, people who did not have that opportunity to be included in higher education due to, the state of the country. And the reason I chose HBCU over predominantly white institutions, I, come from North Carolina, and North Carolina has actually a lot of both PWIs and HBCUs. I visited both. I, did the tours and everything. Spelman was actually my last tour, but I had friends that went there to PWIs, and that's where the majority of my school was going. And I thought that was my path. That's what you do. You graduate from high school I graduated from, and you go to Chapel Hill. That's just what people do. So I applied and everything, got in, and felt like I'm not. I still was unsure, even when this was even before I applied. I was still unsure. But I visited Spelman, and it was like a movie. I just think about when I walk through the gates and I step foot. It was
right.
It just felt like home, away from home, and that I literally needed to be here. It wasn't even I actually needed to be here. I knew that these are the type of women that I would like to be. I want to be a Mary Edelman. I want to be a Janetta B. Cole. I want to be a Mary Schmidt Campbell. I want to be a Beverly Daniel Tatum. This is where you go to become. Not all the people went to Spelman either, but they're college presidents. But this is where you go to be molded into that type of woman, and to make that type of impact. So that was really my long-winded reason for going to Spelman, and I really didn't realize why I decided to come until I came. Mm-hmm. And that's when it really kind of okay, I know for a fact I made the right decision.
So we know many people assume that HBCUs lack diversity, and that's often the reason why some people just don't apply. Do you think that is true?
Absolutely not. It's quite the opposite. Diversity does not just mean color. It means diversity of thought, diversity of background, diversity of experience, diversity of knowledge, and in terms of who you are. I mean, there's just so many different facets of diversity that people don't acknowledge. I think it can be very small-minded or narrow-minded to think that just because somebody is Black or people are Black, like they are monolithic in their viewpoints and monolithic in their experiences and their exposure. I just learn something new every single day, literally from all of my Spark House, whatever, AUC siblings, sisters, and brothers. And it's really beautiful to have that level of understanding and not that, stereotypical view of what being Black is. It's just so multidimensional and it's diverse just because it's Black.
So tell me, did you feel psychologically safe in the HBCU environment?
Yes and no. I'll give kind of a duality to that. So yes, in terms of I did feel like I was provided the resources, like when I did need help. I was given the resources to, whether that was therapist or just, of course, sisters to talk to, administrators, even when I posted them, like being on SGA. I definitely had the resources. However, sometimes being at an HBCU, especially a small one, and Morehouse also being small, we kind of are two schools, seems like. But the competition is just, it can be overwhelming just because everybody was upper echelon, like token Black guy, token Black girl, whatever, at their schools, like their high schools, and continue to be that, like, continue to be great. And so you often question, like, and doubt yourself, am I really as great as my parents told me I was all growing up? And so that part really can get you in a really bad mental space. And it's not as, it takes a toll on you a little bit more than, just cliche, people think like, oh yeah, it's, difficult, but you can do it. Like, it actually hurts sometimes. And that's what I struggled with personally. However, I don't think that I would have even realized that that's something I needed to overcome had I not attended an HBCU.
So tell us, what do you admire most about these types of institutions?
I admire the mission just above anything else because I'm a huge proponent of see a problem, do what you can to fix it. And I think HBCUs definitely fix a major just source of oppression in our country that's deeply, deeply, deeply rooted, and make sure that marginalized groups have the opportunity to get an education, to figure out who they are, to make sure that, they become something in life. And historically Black colleges have that literally in their mission statement, and that's commendable to me because easily, and a lot of HBCUs Spelman specifically were founded by white abolitionists. So not everybody, in our administration, our faculty and staff is Black, and just to see people who are of other ethnicities and different cultures are allies and, want to see us do well too. It just lets you know that we matter, and our doing well and our learning and our education matters, and we deserve everything that HBCUs provide to us.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. Okay. So let's see. Just tell us simply, why do you feel your HBCU experience was unmatched?
It was unmatched because literally you cannot find it anywhere else. And that may seem like very, very simple answer, but I'll just give an example. Last year, actually around this time, I was able to go and sing for President Obama with our Glee Club. And of course, all Black women singing, not just it's not a gospel choir. It's, we sing classical music, Negro spirituals, like old Negro spirituals as well, but the way that we sing it and then the manner in which, our vocal delivery is just incredible. And we were able to do that for President Obama while he was in office. That just kind of personifies and is like a microcosm for how I feel how my experiences has been unmatched. I cannot go anywhere else and do the things that I have been able to do at all.
So Imani, now I want to get just a little bit of your advice. So what advice do you have for those who are interested in attending HBCUs but may feel that HBCUs will not provide them with the opportunities that other institutions may?
Alternative facts. Because, so say, for example, I'm like a major financial corporation, firm, etc., and I need to hire more diverse talent. They literally come to HBCUs simply to hire diverse talent. So by diverse, they mean minorities, of course. And so every single day we'll have, and this goes for Morehouse and Clark as well, some major firm, like Harvard was here last week, Goldman Sachs, like just so many different like prominent corporations come to HBCUs just to recruit because they know that this is where the talent is, this is where we're going to find minorities, and they're on their stuff. So if anything, I think it serves to more of your advantage to not only attend an HBCU, but attend an HBCU and do well, not just academically, but just be a well-rounded student. And places will literally say, wow, they'll be not genuinely surprised, but sometimes they're not even surprised because they know what HBCUs are made of, but they'll just be like, they think that you have to go to a PWI or like an Ivy League or whatever to have like this type of resume or to have this type of understanding, this knowledge. Like, no, I went to my HBCU and got the same education and found out who I was at the same time.
Okay, so Imani, my last question just is, what advice do you have for just all aspiring college students to make the most of their college experience?
Go, for one. And if you don't have the money to go, be persistent in that endeavor. Because there's money out there. Just you have to be persistent and be your own advocate, literally, to make sure that it happens for you and you can stay, all 4 years. Two, just be open-minded. A lot of people think that, I have to come to college and know what my major is. I have to know, what I want to be when I grow up, all of this stuff. But you really don't have to know quite of anything. I know several people who thought they wanted to be doctors. Now they have entrepreneurship that, they're starting their own businesses. You will change your trajectory, I'm sure, at some stage, even if it's at the slightest. So don't think that you have to be everything that you aspire to be now. Learn that everything is a process. College is a process, and you're going to be okay. Like, either way, the best thing you can do is move. Go to college. Get involved, do well, and just see where that takes you, and take advantage of all these opportunities that are being presented to you, and do not waver in your, ability to really, I guess, capitalize on the opportunities that are being presented to you. So everything will be all right.
Perfect. Well, Imani, I just want to thank you so much for this interview.
Thank you.
You did a great job.
Kandid
I hope everyone
Kaiya.
enjoyed it. Well, we want to wish you the best of luck on your future endeavors post-graduation. I will leave Imani's social media below. Yes. So if you guys have any questions or comments about the HBCU experience for me or Imani, just comment below and we'll make sure that they get answered. Again, thank you for tuning in, and we wish you the best of luck and much college success.